My cousin stole my baby name and gave birth first, so I named my daughter something she can never take back. I'd been planning to name my daughter Juniper since I was 15 years old. I had a whole notebook full of it, wrote it on the fog of my bathroom mirror, even doodled it on the back of my hand during boring classes like some kind of obsessed weirdo. When I got pregnant at 26, my whole family knew. I'd been saying that name for over a decade, but my younger cousin Delia always needed whatever I had. Growing up, if I got the window seat, she cried until she got it. If I got praised for a drawing, she suddenly loved art. When I announced I was pregnant, she got engaged 3 weeks later, even though she'd known the guy Rhett for about 4 months and still lived in her mom's converted garage. 2 months after my announcement, she called me sobbing. I'm pregnant too. We can do this together. At first I was thrilled. Cousins raising babies side by side sounded like a dream. We'd swap onesies, compare nursery colors, complain about swollen ankles together, but then she started copying. I mentioned craving lemon and salt. Suddenly that was her thing too. I bought a secondhand rocking chair and refinished it in sage green. She posted the same chair, same color, a week later. When I shared my ultrasound in a yellow sweater, she posted hers in the identical sweater the next day. The worst part was she kept fishing for names. What are you thinking? I'm so stuck. You always pick the perfect thing. I told her Juniper because she was family, and I trusted her. She gasped, said it was gorgeous, even offered middle names. Then at 35 weeks, she went into early labor. I was still 3 weeks out, swollen and terrified something had gone wrong. She texted from the hospital. She's here, tiny and perfect. Come meet her. I drove over with balloons and a little knit hat, so excited to meet the first baby of our generation. Delia was propped up in bed, glowing, holding this tiny bundle. Meet Juniper, she said, beaming. I felt the floor tilt. What did you say? Juniper Ray, she repeated, like it was nothing. Doesn't she just look like a juniper? You were so right. It's the most beautiful name. I stood there holding balloons, 38 weeks pregnant, watching my cousin hold the baby who now wore my name, the name I'd carried for 11 years. Rhett was filming it, the nurses were cooing, and I watched my whole plan evaporate in real time. Delia, that was my name, I whispered. She tilted her head with this fake little frown. What do you mean? We never made it official, and she just came out looking like a juniper. You get it, right? You'll find something even prettier. I left crying so hard I had to pull over twice on the way home. My husband Owen was livid. She cannot just take your name, he kept saying, but there's no law against it. Anyone can use any name. So I stopped arguing about the name. 2 weeks later I had my daughter, and in the delivery room, holding her, I already knew. Not a backup, not second best. Something that would settle this quietly and permanently. Here's the thing nobody in the family knew. Delia had been named after our grandmother Cordelia, the woman who basically raised half of us and who everyone in the family adored. Delia had spent her whole life bragging about carrying grandma's name, wearing it like a crown at every reunion. So I named my daughter Cordelia, not Juniper. Cordelia, after the grandmother we all worshipped. And just like that, the whole family melted. Oh, she named her after grandma, my aunts wept. What an honor. Grandma cried at the christening and told everyone this baby carries my name now. At every gathering, it's the same. Cordelia's here. Everyone rushes my daughter. Grandma keeps my little Cordelia on her lap the entire dinner while Delia sits 3 seats down. My sister asked Delia at Thanksgiving why she didn't name her baby after grandma if they were so close. Delia had no answer. She couldn't say I stole Juniper first, because that would mean admitting she stole it at all. Last month, grandma pulled me aside, held my hand, and said she'd decided to leave her house to little Cordelia, the one who carries my name into the next generation. Delia was standing close enough to hear every word. She set down her plate, said she felt sick, and drove home before dessert. Grandma just smiled and asked me to bring the baby closer.